So we're back again with the Audi TT, and in today's video I'm going to be trying to fix some of the issues I've got with my car. Coming round to the passenger side, the actual issue with the car at the moment is to do with the wing mirror on this side of the car. Now, I showed in a previous video, I upgraded the wing mirrors with new dynamic indicators as well as wrapping the wing mirrors themselves, and in the process I broke some of the electrics. I don't know how I did it, but I actually snapped the metal of the heating element for the mirror, so I'm gonna have to find a way to fix this. Now, I did actually try to fix this at the time, however I have no electrical knowledge, and so I just made an absolute bodge of it, as you can see in the video. So what we're going to try and do is move the mirror out the way, pull it off and get to the electrics and do a proper fix. As you can see, I've managed to pull it out slightly, but then what you need to do is get your fingers in behind here and pull the glass out without snapping it in half. So it's kind of a risky one. Hopefully I can get it done, but I wonder if I can go from above. It's hard to get your fingers in behind. It might be easier. There's one clip here, one clip over here. It's just really difficult to try and get them undone, especially you kind of need like a plastic pry tool to get them behind. Right, I'm going to come back once I've actually managed to get this thing off. Okay, so I've actually managed to do it. You can see it's literally now just held in barely. I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's barely held in now. It is literally this clip and this clip. For anyone that's trying to do this themselves, make sure when you're moving the mirror with the electronic part of the car, make sure it's just fully straight. If it's tilted down or up, it makes it a lot more difficult to get out, which I've just found out. So taking a closer look, you can see the bodge I did last time. It's covered in electrical tape and got a little crimped bit of metal thing on there, but it's not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the help of my dad, who used to be an electrician by trade, so should hopefully know a little bit more what he's doing than what I'm doing. So we can hopefully get this sorted and get my heated wing mirror working again. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut off the old one, just where I've absolutely bodged it. We're going to cut that off here. We've got a proper one. It's slightly too big, but it's fine. It's a lot better than what I had on there, and that should make a much better pairing and hopefully fix the problem. So hopefully we're exposing the bare copper, aren't we? So then it will go into the new fitting.
The red on the red to red.
Yeah. Is it meant to make a click sound?
Yeah, it should click, but that's it. That last click.
There you go. Well, that's definitely not going anywhere.
And then you get your
wing mirror, which is in my pocket.
Make sure that's not coming off. A good connection on both those two. It's not going to come off.
How can we test it? Will it feel warm, do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely will feel warm.
Shall I go and turn it on then and see if you can
definitely turn it on.
Well, hopefully it works with the engine off. We'll find out. So we come in here.
It's got a heating element in it. It should feel warm.
There's a little dial down here. If I twist it to the bottom, that should go on. And we'll know if it's working because this one will start to heat up. It takes a little bit of time, but I know this one definitely does still work. I wonder how warm it gets. To be fair, I've seen it steaming before when it's been proper icy in the morning. Now, in order for the heated wing mirrors to work, we found that you actually had to turn the car engine on. You can watch, it definitely works now. You can see the little stripes where the heating elements are.
Yeah, it's warming.
Can you see, if you put your, let me do the fog breath test on it. Ready? I can't even do it because it's too hot. You can feel it's warm as well.
Yeah, you can feel it's warm now.
There we go, that's much better.
You can feel that's warm.
If you can even hear me over this thing.
Yeah. It's definitely on there. You just need to clip it back, did you?
Lovely.
Yeah, you just need to clip it back.
So yeah, it just needed the engine on to have a bit of power. It should, as long as the cables aren't in the way, it's got spring clips. It should. It's literally just that, and that still feels warm. So it's
definitely working now then.
Lovely
That's
stuff.
good.
Thanks for that.
No worries, it's all done, isn't it?
That is one problem fixed with the TT. Let's move on to the next problem. So with the issue on the wing mirror now fixed, the heated wing mirrors now should be working again. And I think, like I showed with that kind of fog test, it is working. So we're going to move on to the next problem now, and it's actually to do with the exhaust on the car. And no, it's not how it sounds amazing. There is an issue with the fact that it causes more vibration. So we're going to get onto that. So like I mentioned, the issue is not with the fact that the exhaust has a problem. It's more a case that it's vibrating, and what it's doing is it's causing a problem for the heat shield above. Now, the heat shield itself is fine, but the clips that hold the heat shield in place are really old and rusty, and they're falling apart. So what that means is the heat shield is vibrating up and down and making a horrible tinny noise when the car kind of vibrates the exhaust. So I've got some new ones. We're going to try and take the old ones off and secure it in a lot better, and that should hopefully get rid of any rattling sound that we're getting when driving along. So because the diffuser's been removed, I should hopefully be able to get under here without having to jack the car up. Oh, I try not to smack my head on the exhaust. If I get a camera in here, I can show you some of the rusty clips. There's these clips here, and you can see how the metal on it is all rusted. And these hold in the heat shield in quite a few different locations. The worst one I've noticed is here. Oh, and I literally just pinged the whole thing off. You can see they are literally just fully disintegrating. So what that means is this, whenever the exhaust moves, rattles this like this, and it makes this horrible sound. So I've ordered a pack of 10 of these things. They're basically identical to what was on the car. They were actually really cheap. I think they're only a few quid on eBay. Hopefully that's going to fix the problem. Now, in theory, it should just go over the top like so and push up and on. Now, I pushed it loosely.
It took a bit of patience, but I did eventually manage to get the new clip on.
Alright, it might be hard to pick up on camera, but there is a nice new shiny clip holding it in place up here. Managed to get it behind all of the black plastic holders as well. It's more secure than it was, but what I've noticed, there's a lot of wiggling still. So I'm hoping that that one clip is enough to fix it. I couldn't find any double-sided tape. What I'm thinking of is getting like a deadening mat, which is like sticks on pretty well, and then that should just add like a little cushion between the metal and the metal. I'll need to order that, but hopefully maybe the clip on its own works. I guess we'll find out. I will update you on that one.
Now, I've ordered this online. It's not quite what I was expecting to come, but we'll see if this makes a difference. Essentially, it's just a bit of foam with some foil and a sticky side. Hopefully that'll stop the metal hitting metal. Let's fit this and see if it fixes the issues. If not, I'm going to have to find a better solution than this. Right, let's get this fitted. And just like that, the heat shield now has its very own cushion. I will update later in the video to show what happened with the exhaust.
Right, let's move on to the third problem with my TT.
Just a quick segue, if you're looking to support the channel and support me making more of these kind of videos, then head over to the merch channel and check out the stickers we have. I currently have 2 different designs. They are extremely cheap and just help me to keep the channel going and show people that you're also not afraid to just get stuck in and give things a go, because that's what this channel is all about. Right, back to the video.
Okay, so the next problem is actually to do with getting in and out of the car. Now that sounds a little bit strange, but let me explain. So whenever you go to get in the car, of course, unlock it, fine. And then when you go to open the door, didn't seem like much, but what the window does is it drops down because it's kind of like a rimless window. Now, a lot of new cars do have this, and it causes a real big problem when it comes to the winter months. So you might be wondering, why does that cause a problem? Well, when it's nice and warm, it's not an issue. However, when it gets icy, the window freezes and it can't drop. Now, what this means is I have to pry the door open, and then I try and close the door, but it won't close properly because the window doesn't go up and down properly, and the car's binging at me the whole time thinking that the door's open. There is supposed to be a solution. I looked it up online, and it's actually to do with when water gets into the rubber parts of the windowsill, and when the water gets in, when it freezes in that point, that's what causes the window to not go up and down. So there's this solution stuff you can put in there. I think it's called like gummy pea fledge. I'll show you in a minute. That goes on the window rims, and then that should solve the problem. So let's get that gummy pea fledge and apply it to all of the seals, which will look after the rubber and stop that problem in the winter. So this is it here, gummy pea fledge stift. I think it's German. It says it's made in Germany, so that probably makes a lot more sense. So it should be as simple as pushing down, getting some liquid to come out, get a decent bit on there. Now it's going to make the thing dirty because I haven't cleaned it. I think that's what I meant to do first. I meant to clean it before I do this. Let's go get a clean cloth and sort all this mold and horrible bits out before we mess up the end of this. Okay, with it cleaned and dried, it should now be ready for this stuff. Now, I'm not sure how much to apply. You meant to apply a decent bit. All in rubber sealy bits. And then the same up top and down the sides. Nice, let's do the other side and then we should be good. Okay, let's recap what we did so far. So first off, we fixed the electronic wing mirror heaters. That should now be good. We then fixed the issue with the bit of rattly heat shield on the exhaust. Hopefully that's fixed. I'll update you because I don't know yet. And the other thing we've just fixed is the fact that the windows don't drop properly when they get frozen during the winter months. So with that sorted, let me give you a quick update on what the exhaust is now sounding like. So unfortunately, as you can hear, my bodge fixes have not worked, and so I've taken it back to the experts at the exhaust company for them to have a look. So when I got there, I took a drive with Josh and he instantly identified the problem as being the valve that's on the exhaust system. Now this is the stock valve and it just cannot handle the new pressure that the exhaust system has, and so they managed to fix it and now there's no more rattle and this exhaust sounds amazing. If you need any exhaust work done, I highly recommend heading down to the guys at the exhaust company because they know exactly what they're doing. The last one that I want to fix is something that actually I haven't got a solution for today, and I'm hoping you guys can help me out with and give me some suggestions down in the comments. Issue I have is actually trying to have my maps up in front of me. Previously in my other car, the Ford Fiesta, I had this here, which is a magnetic phone holder. It fitted onto the vent of the Fiesta, but the way the vents are designed in here, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit on. It ends up sliding off. The magnetic phone holder itself is actually now broken and the rubber bit seems to have come off. And I need to find a better way of having my phone up on the dash. So there's a few different options we could have for solutions. Now we could find something that fits on these vents. If you know what kind of phone holder fits in those vents, let me know down in the comments. Or we could have something stuck on here. I don't really like that idea because I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's a very small mark here where the previous owner had something stuck there and it's left a mark that I can't get rid of even with isopropyl alcohol. Now the last option is a lot more expensive, but what I can do is you can get Apple CarPlay on these cars, but you have to unlock it. It's like an extra feature from factory. Now to unlock it, I think there's people that do it for like £80 or so. So something I could potentially get. I don't know whether I want to pay £80 compared to like £5–10 for a phone holder. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think is the best solution for me to have my maps? Now, it would be really cool if I could just have my maps on the digital dash. Don't get me wrong, that would be super cool. I'm not made of money. So if you know a cost-effective solution for it, please let me know down in the comments. Now, I am so stoked to get those things fixed on my TT. It's now just, it feels such a nicer place to be, and I don't have to worry about those little issues like the windows freezing in the winter, and the exhaust I can hear beautifully now without any rattle. If you've enjoyed watching me fix the issues on my Audi TT, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos coming on this one. I've got a really cool video that completely transforms the look of this car, so you will not want to miss that one. That's coming soon. So subscribe, follow along, but I'll catch you in the next one.